Hello, I'm Mayor William Rawls of the City of Brownsville, Tennessee. And here in early March of 2021, we find ourselves in trying and uncertain times. But I'm here to declare today that the state of the City of Brownsville is well. I want to say thank you to the 132 men and women who make this possible. We still continue to strive to present the best quality of life for every man, woman, and child in the city. And we couldn't do it without our department heads, all those people who sacrifice, who put in time, effort, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to make your life and our lives better here in Brownsville, Tennessee. Let's hear from them and see what they have to say.
The past 12 months have been a challenging time to be in public service during the COVID-19 pandemic. Like everyone else, we've had to make a lot of safety changes to protect the officers and the general public. We've had to change and adapt a lot of programs that we used to do in the community and in the schools. DARE, for example, we've had to change it where parents can't actually be present when the kids do their final graduation. We still want everybody to have the same opportunities, but we've had to make a lot of changes. We've postponed neighborhood watch meetings, programs using the driving simulators, National Night Out, the prevention programs, the reading programs at the schools, the mock DUI crash for the seniors, and all that has been limited to drive-by birthday parades and Zoom meetings. It's made a big difference. So we have lost our connection to the community because we're not working hand in hand anymore. This year, the police department, as well as other police departments across the country, were asked by the Department of Justice and the federal government to make changes on their policies and the way we do business. I'm pleased to announce the police department has met that certification and we'll be able to continue all our federal programs, but we have met the requirements and we have been certified by the federal government and Department of Justice. Officers have received continued training and were just recently retrained on the use of Narcan, tourniquets, CPR, and AED machines. Unfortunately, we've had to use all of those tools several times to save lives and keep people alive till the medical staff can get here because our ambulances are so spread out. On the Domestic Violence Center, we're in the final stages of that. The One Safe Place, which used to be the Brownsville Baptist Daycare Center. We have been working tirelessly almost a year, completely remodeling the building with volunteers from the community. It's been amazing, even during the COVID pandemic, how many people have volunteered their time and services to help get this one-of-a-kind operation up and going in Haywood County. The need is still great to help victims of domestic violence, and we're really looking forward to the grand opening of this. The grand opening will be in July. We hope to be actually maintaining and in the offices sometime the end of April. I just want everybody to remember you and we together, the citizens and the police, you can help us. The community needs to remember one small phrase. If you see something, say something. We're committed to working with the community and doing everything that we can to make Brownsville a safer place.
Hello, Brownsville. I am your new Haywood County Brownsville Fire Chief. My name is David Smith, and today you're out at our Station 3 out off the West Main. Today, the mayor asked me to kind of give you an update on how things were going and some of the great things that we're doing within this fire department that you might not know about. And one of those things is that right there. That is a new training facility that we'll use for the Brownsville Haywood County Fire Department. If you notice, it's 3-tier. The lower tier where you see the plyboard is a maze trailer. That's where we put them in a completely blacked out environment, make them crawl around all through obstacles and things like that so they get confidence in being able to use their air pack in a dark environment. The other two will be used for a variety of things. We'll use that for a 2-story house where it will be simulated for them to do searches. We'll also have a rappelling tower put on top of that so they can continue to do their rappelling exercises. We'll have a window put in it so that they can learn to do ladder bailout. So if something happens in a second story floor and they need to egress the building quickly, they'll be able to do a ladder bailout. We'll also have a roof simulator built on the other side of that so we can work on our roof ventilation operations and techniques. All of this is designed to make our firefighters more confident in their abilities and what they can do to better serve this community. It's also where we'll train our volunteers for the community. Volunteers will come out here and they'll train just like the actual paid firefighters do. And they'll be able to do the same things that we do, even in the county and out of their own community stations. So there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of high goals set, and I hope that we can at least make the majority of them. But in the long run of things, your fire department is capable of doing a whole lot of things that you probably weren't aware of. So eventually we'll get all of this up and we'll get it running. Hopefully we'll get us a day that we can come out and show it to the public, show it to county commissioners and city aldermen and mayors, and let you just see exactly how far advanced your fire department really is.
All right, my name is David Turner, Director with the Public Works Department. Here at the Public Works Department we have 36 men that we have to do the sanitation collecting, as well as street department crew. We do residential collecting. We go behind each house twice a week, and these men do a wonderful job in collecting the residential trash. Another thing is litter pickup. Right now we are doing 4 hours a week on litter pickup, which adds up to 16 hours a month, and annually it's 192 hours. We are looking to doubling that to 8 hours a week, 32 hours a month, and 384 hours annually. But we still need the help of our aldermen when they talk to the people that live within their wards to help us, assist us in keeping the city clean. But we definitely is looking to do more in keeping our city cleaner with the litter pickup.
Hi, this is Mayor Bill Rawls again. I want to say thank you to the staff here at City Hall for all the hard work that they do, working late, coming in early, and making the quality of life better for all that come through our doors. We know the customer service is important. We know that complaints are going to be top of the order when you come through the door. But I can't say enough for the staff here, for the customer service they provide with a smile, the ability to be personal with our customers and our clients, because you deserve the very best customer service that we can offer, and that is our goal, that is our mantra, and that is where we'll continue to do. Thank you so much. In order to provide better customer service in a safe environment, especially during the COVID-19 mitigation, and for safety purposes for our staff, we've installed and improved a new countertop with ballistic glass so that our safety for our customers and for our staff has been improved. This was done through state funding, through a grant, and we utilized it to do this first. It was needed, and the timing couldn't have been better with the money, the revenue that came to make this happen. In order to meet ADA compliance, which is required by the Department of Justice, the City of Brownsville installed handicap accessible ramps for City Hall. Also, the next move will be to do our bathrooms inside, but this was also to make it more convenient to provide better services for the constituents coming in and out of City Hall. This was long overdue, but we're very proud of the work that was done. It was contracted by DC Construction, who did an excellent job using local contractors. As we continue to improve the quality of life of citizens of Brownsville and Haywood County, we can't go on forward. We will be remiss without talking about the family environment we created here on Jefferson Street. To my rear, you'll see the Farmers Market Pavilion, which can be used for farmer market vendors during the summertime and during the course of the time when they produce their crops. Also, we received a grant from the Boyd Foundation for $25,000 to create a dog park. The dog park is adjacent to the Farmers Market, which is now adjacent to a walking trail, which we received an $85,000 grant from the Department of Health, the Built Environment. The walking trail will connect over to the walking track, which is in Heritage Park. The Heritage Park was named in honor of all the civil rights leaders that came from this neighborhood inside this nationally recognized civil rights historic district. The park, the walking track is a quarter-mile walking track with pavilions, water fountains for kids, adults, and for dogs. And we'll continue to improve that to tell the story of the civil rights movement here in Brownsville, Tennessee, while exercising at the same time. That was done with a grant from the Department Recreation Parks and Trails for $267,000. I want to say thank the county. When Mayor Franklin Smith was here, we came together to find the funding for the match for that particular park. So we're creating a family environment here with these projects all connected in together, and hopefully the vision is this will be the beginning of a greenway that will go from one side of the town to the other for walking, biking, and jogging. As we continue to improve the quality of life for people in Brownsville, we want to take care of our animals because they mean a lot to us here in our Brownsville community. So I'm here with the animal shelter today to talk about some of the improvements that have been made. Let's talk about some of the rescues you work with. How many dogs are rescued out of the shelter?
Just last month, 59 dogs were rescued by a rescue.
59 in 1 month. Is that an average month, or is that high or low?
That's kind of low.
Low? So you're telling me you're rescuing a lot more dogs than we have before?
Yes. 63 dogs were rescued in January, and 101 dogs were rescued in September.
Wow, so your numbers are up. So how is this possible? How are you guys rescuing and getting all these dogs rescued?
We're up all night making connections with different rescues, sending pictures, testing for different diseases, blood work.
All kinds of stuff. Like, our phones never stop.
Never stop.
Even after hours, sometimes we have to like silence them.
Right.
Just eat dinner?
Yes.
So there's a lot of hard work and dedication goes into being an animal control officer.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just coming in and doing your job. We have to make sure that everything's squared away when they come to get the animals.
Right. So so this is more it's a ministry for animals, kind of, so to speak. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're taking them for a bad situation.
Yes, exactly.
Medicating them, feeding them, and then put them in a better home.
Correct.
Well, thank you. We couldn't do it without the support from all our rescues and the people in our community. So thank you for the volunteers, for the dog wash, we're giving away the hay during the cold snap that we have, and all the extra steps that you guys take to make sure our animals in Haywood County are safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, once again, we're here with the code department, better known as the A-Team. We named them the A-Team because they're always willing to step in anytime, anywhere, they're ready. The A-Team has been deployed in different counties to help with flood mitigation, and they've done a lot of stuff right here in Brownsville, Tennessee that you see every day. So we want to welcome the A-Team to the code department. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in terms of the number of houses you're torn down?
Yeah, right now we go and tear down houses that aren't up to code. Right now I think we're right at 66 houses in the city. We fix up different projects around town. We've done Webb Banks Park, redone all the bridges. We've done the new walking trail over on Jefferson. We've done the farmers market. We're building shed right now for the animal shelter. We did a whole new office for the animal shelter in the code department. We got a lot going and still a lot on the books.
That's awesome. You guys do a great job. You know, I always brag on the A-Team because not only do you do those things, but you also help set up events, break down events. It's always something different. We directed traffic to help the people get vaccinated early on the first day. We did a food drive giveaway through the city, and the A-Team was right there front and center. So thank you guys for what you do. We appreciate you, and the city of Brownsville owes you a debt of gratitude.
Hello, my name is Sonia Outlaw Clark, and I am the director here at the West Tennessee Delta Heritage Center and the Tina Turner Museum. 2020 has been a challenging year for us, as it has with all of the travel and tourism industry. We started the year with 200 motor coaches planned to be here and experience our community. Well, that wound up being 8 before the shutdown started in March. So attendance, of course, has taken a dive. But even with all the negative that has gone on this past year, we have had lots of positive happen. Being thrust into the digital age happened almost overnight. And because we couldn't safely present things like our events in person, we quickly went to a virtual format and was able to get participants from all over the world for events like our Hatchie Bird Fest, our Exit 56 Blues Fest, and our Tina Turner Heritage Days. Our social media outlets have experienced growth as well, with more followers and interaction than ever before. So we've ramped up our digital offerings, and this has allowed us to remain relevant with not just our visitors, but with our community. We've jumped into the world of virtual tours as well, offering tours for children and adults, and are in the process of creating a virtual field trip that teachers will be able to access on demand, along with school curriculum built around the standard curriculum. And since we are a rural West Tennessee music heritage destination, you will begin to see even more music history preservation taking place here at the Delta Heritage Center. So please follow us on social media, visit our website, westtnheritage.com, and come visit us soon and often.
Hi, Bill Rawls back again, the mayor of the city of Brownsville. Thank you to all those departments who have shown the hard work that they do and the dedication they have to the citizens of Brownsville. But today, for a moment, I want to talk about the hospital. We have been wanting, praying, and working on having the hospital reopen. And on February 24th of this year, Mayor Livens and I attended a virtual hearing where we got approval for a certificate of need for this location for up to 49 beds, diagnosis, acute health care, mental health care, and all the services that come along with a full hospital. I can't say how great opportunity this is, and that's a rallying point for hope in our community. They'll be employing 134 people. They'll be investing $5 million at this location to make the quality of life better for citizens of Brownsville and Haywood County. So we'll go from closed to wide open using the latest technology from Hillarom and other vendors that the Braden Health Group is going to provide for us, and I can't say enough to thank you to Dr. Braden and all the people that put this together. But now that we have the approval, the work begins. So we want to be patient, we want to be vigilant, and we want to be a community and have a community hospital. So we have to be unified in this endeavor. Also at this location, right just to my left, out of our camera angle, there'll be a new Head Start. This Southwest Human Resource Agency allocated $3 million so we can build a new Head Start. This facility will have 16,000 square feet and it'll be able to accommodate up to 99 children with room to grow. We'll tear down the old hospital, the doctor's offices that would exist adjacent to the hospital property that's been deeded over to the resource agency already, and Ms. Karen Vineyard and her team will be heading it up, and we'll continue to work closely with them to provide not only quality health care here at the site of the hospital, but good early childhood development for our babies at the Head Start in the same property. This is a good day, and this is a great opportunity as we see Brownsville continue to grow, get better, and provide a better quality of life. As we travel through these uncertain times, as we go into the mitigation of the COVID-19 virus that's affected every community in the world, we want to say thank you to those men and women from the health department who've not only done testing, contact tracing, but now administering the vaccine. We want to encourage people to do your research, talk to your doctors, and make sure that you have an opportunity to get vaccinated. As we go through the different phases of the vaccination phase, we make sure those get out to you. But I also want to say that not only the hospital site being utilized for vaccinations now, this tent will be located here for 6 months, and the different phases are done by appointments. So I want to say thank you to them, but we'll also be looking into the future where we have acute health care right here at the hospital, so you won't have the drive time and during that golden hour in critical situations like a heart attack, stroke, or a car accident. But I did want to take the opportunity to say thank you to the health department for their input in saving lives in this community. I also want to take a moment to offer condolences to those families who've lost loved ones to the COVID-19 virus, and that we'll continue to do all we can as a community to mitigate and fight this invisible enemy.
For those who aren't aware, the Visit Brownsville initiative started in late 2018, early 19, and I am also the director of that. It's a concentrated effort to promote tourism in our community. In 2019, tourism in Brownsville and Haywood County was almost $17 million. Obviously, 2020 is going to be significantly less, but nonetheless, we haven't started working on this effort to create the Visit Brownsville brand. We were still in the planning process when the pandemic hit and figuring out the direction of Visit Brownsville. This actually has given us a little more time to work on those partnerships and develop plans that can sustain us for the long term. First, we've had to make sure our partners can safely welcome visitors back to their establishments. Many still remain closed, but they now have the tools in place to open responsibly. Our rural community is in a unique position to welcome more visitors than ever before. Research is showing that folks are looking for that small town experience because they feel safer. Visit Brownsville has partnered with the Haywood County Cultural Arts and Arts Council to do a weekly video blog. This video blog highlights the people and places in our communities. For guests to drive 4 hours or more to visit our town, we need to be able to offer them 8+ hours of activity. To do this, we need the partnership of our surrounding communities to give them that activity level, to keep them in our community longer, spending more money and adding to our economic health. Never before has it been more important for us as Haywood Countyans to put our best foot forward. This means showcasing our authentic Southern hospitality in all instances. We love our community and we need to start showing it. As we prepare to roll out our Visit Brownsville campaign, we're encouraging everyone in our community to share and participate as much as possible. That means making yourself familiar with what's happening in our community, with our attractions, and with the places that people will be interested in visiting, and being knowledgeable enough to share that with those visitors when you meet them on the street. So 2021 is going to move quickly toward normalcy, we hope. And in that, it's going to be key to getting our small town charms out there for everyone to see and experience. And visit Brownsville, Tennessee.
As we continue to mitigate ourselves through the COVID-19 virus, we have to say thank you to all the men and women and first responders who went out and made sure the business as usual continue. We also offer our condolences to those who lost family and loved ones and family members during this process. But as we move past the mitigation of COVID-19, I want to also take a look at what we have done. We were able to give hazard pay in the amount of $1,000 to our police, fire, and public workers. We were also able to deliver over 50 thermometers to businesses throughout the community. And most importantly, we were able to show up a continued message of mitigating the virus through television, radio, newspaper, and social media. So we're glad that we're in a better place today. But as we continue to shore up the health in our community, I can't say enough about February 24th of 2020, when we participated in a certificate of need hearing for the Braden Health Group, which allowed them to go forward with opening up the hospital. What a glorious day, an opportunity for growth. We took a challenge that was there for our community and turned it into an opportunity. Braden Health Group will be investing $5 million and hiring 134 people to work in that facility. We'll partner hand in hand with Healthy Moves. We'll go out with our quarterly wellness clinics to look at an upstream approach for primary provision for health, increasing the life expectancy for every citizen in Brownsville, Tennessee. We'll continue to use grant funding to build more walking trails, more walking tracks, and get people out. We'll be kicking that off on the 24th of April with both mayors, myself and Mayor Livingston, will be partnering together to do walking events throughout the city of Brownsville as we move forward for a healthier community. We'll also have to look at the financial status. I'm very excited today and can't say thank you enough to our financial team. I have before me our 2020 audit, and it is clean. It shows a sound financial management for the city of Brownsville. We continue to add to the city's fund balance by balancing our budget, by coming in under budget, having a high degree of transparency and efficiency in the way we do business. We have zero debt for the city of Brownsville, which is in a great financial position as we continue to receive funds through the American Rescue Plan. The American Rescue Plan was signed into law on March 11th of 2021 and is the most impactful one-time legislation I've seen in my lifetime. The city of Brownsville will be receiving north of $2.5 million to build up one-time money, to build up and show up our community, and we look forward to do that on top of the financial sound plan that we already have in place. I want to also talk about the financial and the industrial retention and recruitment that we've seen in our community. Tegna Apex was $7.4 million, adding 100 jobs. We looked at Tractor Supply, which we landed to bring in not only tax revenue in terms of property taxes, but also sales tax revenue and creating jobs there as well. The list goes on. T-Mobile has just opened up. KFC has reinvested. McDonald's has reinvested in our community. Best One Tire has invested and relocated some of their operations to Brownsville, Tennessee, adding jobs and over $300,000 investment. Thank you to Mr. Donnie Hatcher, who purchased an empty vacant building to shore up his training facilities and continue to add jobs to his operation as well. We look at all the different industries that continue to grow here, like the Farmer's Furniture Store that will be coming to us soon, and all the small businesses like the pharmacy that just opened on Main Street. We'll have to do this together. When you bring up your community, it is not a spectator sport. It takes all of us. You have to have unity in order to have community. We saw that very strong in our unity breakfast calls during the mitigation of COVID-19 by bringing in doctors who could answer questions directly to those on the call about the vaccine as well as the mitigation process. So these are all things that we are very optimistic about, and we understand that why would we settle for what is when what can be is so awesome? We have an opportunity here for growth, to take our challenges and turn them into opportunities, to continue to lower the unemployment rate, continue to raise the life expectancy rate of every man, woman, and child in the city of Brownsville. We look at the Head Start that will be coming in our community, another $3 million investment through the Southwest Human Resource Agency. That's Head Start. We start construction in this coming year and be completed within a 12-month period. These are all great opportunities for our community, but I want everybody to be a part, to have ownership of what goes on in our community, what the growth of our and the future of our community looks like. The greatest asset in any community are the people that live there. With these assets in mind, we'll continue to strive for a better quality of life. We'll continue to strive for a better job opportunity by creating a workforce pipeline through our Skills to Build program from our office. We'll also be partnering with HTL to continue our 8th grade job fair for every 8th grader in the tri-county community, to make sure that we create a workforce pipeline as we move forward, as we continue to recruit industry. We'll continue to reinvest in I-40 Advantage Park. We've already invested $2 million in grant funding, and we'll be in the process of applying for another $1 million to make that site shovel ready. We'll continue to cry out for the things that are needed in our community. I'll stand strong as a voice of the people in Brownsville, Tennessee, whether it be national news or local news. We'll always work together. We'll pray together, and in God we do trust, and we will be successful. So I'll continue to ask for your prayers, and I'll continue to ask for your help and your ideas as we together move forward. Thank you.